Hey guys, so I'm about to head out to go to Knoxville, and today will be the day that I start recording my video about interstitial cystitis and giving you some insight on it, what it is, and how the life of an IC patient actually goes. So stay tuned. Alright guys, I wanted to start out early just to go over a few things. It's about 11 p.m. I just wanted to show you some of the things that IC patients have to do. First off, when you have IC, this is what I had to go through for almost every day. It got down to several times a week that I was having to do this. These are called instillments. Of course, you have to have your catheter. So just imagine having to cath yourself about 3 times a week. And of course, you have to have your bigger syringe that will allow you to insert the medicine into your bladder. This is lidocaine jelly, and basically it helps to kind of numb the pain. But to be honest, I don't think it numbs the pain of the catheter going in. I'm thankful for my doctor because he has went ahead and gave me a prescription here of antibiotics, so that basically I'm actually supposed to take these every day, but I do not take them every day because I don't want to have antibiotics in my system every day, so that it keeps working. So as an IC patient, these are things that you have to have. You have to have your medicine, which is not cheap by no means. This medicine right here costs about 50 bucks for both of them. Which you get a few bottles, but still it's very expensive. And then the catheter, and then this big syringe, because you have to have the syringe that will go to the tip of the catheter, and then you have the syringe where that you pull and mix your medicine in a sterile cup. I've been very grateful because I haven't had to do these in a little bit. I also invested in some urinalysis sticks. Now these prevent me from having to go to the doctor a lot more than I already do. These particular ones just tell me what's going on. If I need to take my antibiotic, I usually know right away because my back starts hurting really bad. Then I know I need to start taking my antibiotic. But this is pretty much all you have to have as an IC patient. And tomorrow I will show you the life of an IC patient and how my day goes. Tomorrow I'll be going to physical therapy, and I'll just give you a little insight on the trip and what all has to go on.
I just heard the news this morning. I can't imagine how you feel. I wish I knew the words to say to make it not seem so real. But everything's fine, everything is okay. I just had a talk with Jesus, and he said help was on the way. So just hang on and don't lose sight. Soon the waiting will be over, and he will make your burden light. Everything's fine. You may think you've lost your way. Your world is spinning round and round. But what a friend you have in Jesus. He will never let you down.
I just got to Weigel's to get some gas. Also get a root beer with cherry and vanilla flavoring in it. This is my pit stop I always make. Thankfully I only had to make one today. I sometimes will have to make two, but I only had to make one today. Let's see here. Gas is $2.15 right now. I really need to wash the car. My goodness, it looks like somebody's threw mud all over it. While I'm pumping gas, I wanted to show you guys my shirt that I have. This is my shirt that I had made, and on the back of it, it has my name.
Amazing, you should try it.
I'm a little early, so I'm gonna stop in here at this big Kmart. I believe this is the one that they're shutting down, and see if they have any good sales going on since I'm so early. So I didn't find anything in Kmart, so we're gonna press on.
Everything's fine. Everything is okay. I just had a talk with Jesus, and he said help was on the way. Everything's fine. Everything is okay. I just had a talk with Jesus, and he said help was on the way. So just hang on and don't lose sight. Soon the waiting will be over, and he will make your burden light. Everything's fine. Well, I know things seem so hard, but keep the faith and don't lose heart. 'Cause everything's fine. Everything is okay. I just had a talk with Jesus, and he said help was on the way. So just hang on and don't lose sight. Soon the waiting will be over, and he will make your burden light. Everything's fine. Oh, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is okay. I just had a talk with Jesus, and he said help was on the way. So just hang on and don't lose sight. Soon the waiting will be over, and he will make your burden light. Everything's fine. Well, I know things seem so hard, but keep the faith and don't lose heart. 'Cause everything's fine. Everything is okay. I just had a talk with Jesus, and he said help was on the way. So just hang on and don't lose sight. Soon the waiting will be over, and he will make your burden
therapy and not be on it as much. I'm hoping soon that I can go down to like once a month and just continue my therapies at home and just try to take over myself and enjoy having the days off to, you know, just chill out instead of having to travel so far. Because to me, it's work. It's not, I mean, it is fun to travel down here, but it's so crowded usually that I just don't really enjoy it as much by myself, because I always come by myself. So it's not as enjoyable as if having somebody with you. So okay, so I just got here to therapy. And it's on the 5th floor. So definitely, if you need physical therapy and you're in this area, definitely check them out. Every one of them are amazing. And the first thing I do when I get here is I always go around to the restroom, get a drink of water. So I'm just leaving physical therapy. I got my physical therapist, Joy, to record a little session for you guys, just a little educational. My camera died, so I'm having to record on my phone. But I just want to say that if you guys need physical therapy, especially for IC, and you live in the Knoxville area, I definitely recommend that you check her out. She's at Fort Sanders Regional, and she also has an office downtown. So definitely check her out and look her up, Joy Friley, and she's like the best therapist I've like ever seen. I've had several therapies done before, and she particularly specializes in pelvic floor therapy. So I definitely recommend that you check her out if you're dealing with IC. This is my physical therapist, Joy, and she just has a couple tips here that she's going to give you for IC patients.
We could just be here all day. Could give tips for hours. No.
Yeah.
Vanessa's been coming about a year, and the biggest thing is, you know, when I evaluate a patient, I'm looking at muscle function and behavioral modification. So muscle function meaning abdominals, your breathing, your pelvic floor muscles. Those are the muscles that are going to be helping control urination. So like being able to stop the flow of urine, being able to control urgency. A lot of IC patients go to the bathroom very, very frequently. So one of the things we work on is trying to get better volumes when you urinate and not so frequent. And that also is at night too, because sometimes people will get up multiple times a night. Normal is only getting up once or less. So using what I call urge control techniques to try to allow your body to go back to sleep. Urge is just the brain telling your bladder that there might be something in there. It doesn't always mean that you have to go to the bathroom. I see folks generally say that urgency is painful, and there's a hypersensitivity there, and so what you actually put into your body becomes important. Like if you drink a lot of caffeine, a lot of carbonation, a lot of coffee, eat a lot of chocolate, spicy food, sometimes eliminating those kinds of things can help. But it's also about muscle control, like I said, about letting the muscles relax. Oftentimes the muscles, because of pain, are very tight and guarded, and so teaching them how to relax muscles, getting them involved in some sort of exercise like yoga, walking, stretching, breathing, all those kinds of things. Our bodies are made to move, and if you are curled up in a ball because you hurt all the time, then it starts a vicious pain cycle that sometimes people have a hard time getting out of.
One thing I'd like to add before I get driving down the road is that I'm so appreciative to my physical therapist, Joy. She has been an outstanding therapist, and like this year has been a challenge for me. I mean, there's times when I've left this place and just cried my eyes out because it's not easy. It's not easy to deal with this disease, and it's not easy working through this, and then realizing that my pelvic floor muscles are just a complete wreck. They don't want to do what I want them to do. I don't have any control, and it makes it really hard to just live, and it angers me because I can't control my muscles, and you know, of course it's going to bother a person. So sometimes, you know, I have a really hard struggle with that. That's probably one of my biggest struggles, is not being in control. So yeah, she has helped me so much this year, and she's been an amazing blessing to me. And that's one reason that I would drive an hour and a half. Somebody's like, well, why don't you get a physical therapist closer to home? Well, I don't want to get a physical therapist closer to home. I want the one that I have, because she is amazing. She does an amazing job, and most of the time I leave feeling better than I came. And it helps my urgency a lot for those of you that are suffering as well. My urgency, after I leave here, I can usually hold until I get home, and most of the time on the way down here I usually have to stop 2 to 3 times, or usually 2 times before I even get here, and then I have to go when I get here. So it's amazing to be able to, you know, drive all the way home without having to worry about. So like I said, if you're looking for a physical therapist and you're in the Knoxville area or surrounding area, definitely check her out and look her up. She's at Fort Sanders Regional Therapy, and she also has an office downtown. And if you have any questions on contacting her or her contact information, you can definitely look me up on Facebook, and I will definitely get you that information. So now it's time to head out from therapy and go get some lunch. Now, for an IC patient, usually when I'm down in Knoxville, I usually have a little something or a little treat. Now, the thing about it is that as IC patients, you have to be extremely careful on what you eat and drink. Just like Joy was saying, that you can't just, you know, you have to be careful what you put into your body when you're eating, because that will really irritate your bladder. I love to eat some places. Like, I love to eat Chinese. I love to eat, you know, different things. And I get tired of eating the same stuff all the time. But one place that I realized that doesn't bother me too bad is Arby's. But to be honest, even Arby's, is even as plain and bland as it is, it still bothers me. So definitely, as IC patients, we have to be careful on what we eat, what we drink, and all that good stuff. So I will be back with you in the next clip. So I'm going to press toward and get on the interstate here. We're in the middle of rush hour, almost rush hour traffic down here. So I'm going to press toward and get something to eat. As I'm traveling home, there was another thing I wanted to say about Joy that I'm so thankful for. I'm thankful that she hasn't given up on me. There's steps in my physical therapy that has took me literally 6 months to gain a concept of, and I do my best and I try my hardest, and I mean, even through the tears, I have pressed through, and it has helped me so much. And I'm just thankful, because there's times I've wanted to throw in the towel and just say, you know what, I'm done with this, I can't handle it no more. But there's just something that deep inside that I just keep pressing through and just trying to, because I know that she hasn't given up on me, and that, you know, over this year, things have become so much better. Just as you've seen my medicine list, it went from double down to half. Even 2 of those prescriptions are not even related to my IC anymore. So basically I went from 14 to 5 medications for my IC. So I'm just so thankful because she didn't give up on me and she kept pushing me. So I'm very, very grateful. I mean, I can never express my thank you enough. So I wanted to definitely get that recorded and put on here too as I travel home. Hey guys, just to finish off the video, I just wanted to do a few exercises that Joy had taught me how to do, and hopefully this will be a little bit helpful for you all. And they're really simple. It's nothing major that anybody could do them. And one of them is called, this is going to be the warrior pose. So basically all you're going to do is you're going to put one foot in front of the other like you're doing a lunge. And you just put your arms straight up. And you want to make sure you do this. Rotate your left and right leg and do the same thing on that. On the second pose, this is also another warrior pose. This is going to be warrior number 2. And on this one, you're doing basically the same thing, except for you want to put your arms out like this because it allows your legs to stretch in a different position to kind of help with your IC. So that's another pose. And the last pose I want to do, this pose is called the pigeon pose, and I find this one most helpful. The pigeon pose seems like it helps me more than anything. So what you want to do is you just want to sit down and bring one foot in front of you like that and stretch out your back leg there. And you just want to kind of lean forward a little bit. Just kind of stretch your legs, and that will kind of help with your pelvic floor. But that's about all that I want to share with the exercises, and just continue to rotate those. And there's different exercises that you can look up, but these were a few that Joy showed me. So Joy, if you're watching this, these are me doing my exercises. Okay guys, I wanted to end this video by saying that I hope this encourages somebody out there. If you look at the list that I started with when I was first diagnosed with interstitial cystitis to now, you will see such a decrease in my medications that it's just unreal and unbelievable. So I want to encourage any ICer out there that if you're dealing and struggling with this, to be encouraged, because if you keep seeking, you're going to find something that's going to help you along the way. I also want to make sure that this is an educational and an encouragement video for other ICers, but I want to make sure that everybody understands what interstitial cystitis is. Interstitial cystitis is a condition with the bladder where as patients we have to be extremely careful on what we eat, what we drink, how we even exercise, how we move through our day. I've come to where when I'm working, I'm sitting down and I'm able to do my exercises even while I'm working. That's one of the things I've learned that's become a technique and a good habit to have. Another thing is how you get in the vehicle. Something as simple as how you sit down in your car is also another thing that ICers have to be careful on when it comes to muscles and things like that. So I want to leave you with that. I want to leave you with encouragement to those that need it, to hang on. One of the things that I was talking with somebody today, and it was the words, "This too shall pass." And I want to speak on that just for a moment, just for a little moment. And I just want to say to all those that keep saying that to me and other ICers, I just want you to know that we are dealing with this condition. This condition is going to be with us the rest of our lives unless God chooses to heal us before then. So telling us that this too shall pass is not helpful whatsoever. And I speak on the behalf of others as well, and I'm sure have received that same remark. So just be mindful when you talk to us and try to encourage us, because this too is not going to pass until God allows it. And you just need to understand what we go through. We go through a lot of different things, and I mean, even emotionally we are affected by this condition, because you know, at age 29 and age 28 when I was diagnosed, I never see myself ever having to wear briefs at that age. So there's things that we have to do that we never saw ourselves doing at such, you know, there's younger people than I that are diagnosed with this, and they never seen themselves having to do these things. I know one person that has the Indiana pouch who is on my Facebook. She probably didn't see that coming. None of us seen this coming. So we need encouragement. We need encouraging words. We don't need this too shall pass. We need encouraging words. So if you hear somebody that is suffering, not even for IC, but anything else that they are suffering with, encourage them. Don't be a downer, or don't just tell them this too shall pass, because that is not encouraging at all, by no means, especially when some of the things that we go through are not going to just go away, that it's not going to just pass. So just be mindful, and guys, I did this video just to be encouraging. So ICers, be encouraged. Keep seeking God. Those that seek God for help in this, keep seeking Him, because it's in Him is when you're going to find the answers. That's the only thing that has helped me through this past year. This past year, I have been so upset. I don't want to call it depressed necessarily, but I've been so upset and so discouraged, because I felt like, why God, why do I have to go through this? But let me tell you, through the IC that I have met good doctors. I've met an awesome physical therapist. I've been in contact with a great church, Cokesbury in Knoxville. So there's little things little tokens that God has given me throughout this sickness. So I don't necessarily call it is a thorn in my flesh, but God has blessed me in so many ways. And not only has this condition changed me, but it has drew me closer to Him, because it's only in Him that I can find my strength. So ICers out there today, be encouraged. And if you don't know God, get to know God and cling to God, because that's the only way that you're going to make it through this. I know that there's times that we get discouraged, and there's times we want to throw our hands up, and there are times that we just cry our eyes out. But there is hope. And I'm going to stand and say there's hope. I'm going to keep, even when I'm discouraged and I don't want to go to therapy, or I don't want to continue my medicine that I do need to take, I have to tell myself there is an ounce of hope still left in me, even if it's the size of a mustard seed, that either there would be a cure or that God will cure me. So hang in there. Don't give up, but hang in there. God bless you.
But keep the faith and don't lose heart, 'cause everything's fine, everything is okay. I just had a talk with Jesus.